Construction of Daniell cell. A Daniell cell consists of two compartments, a left compartment and right compartment. Left compartment known as anodic compartment. Right compartment is known as cathodic compartment, known as cathode. In anode compartment, that is left side, zinc metal rod inserted in zinc sulfate solution. Zinc metal rod inserted in zinc sulfate solution. In cathodic compartment, copper metal rod inserted in copper sulfate solution. So this is a zinc sulfate solution and this is a copper sulfate solution. Zinc rod is known act as anode. Copper rod act as a cathode. At zinc rod, oxidation reactions take place. At anode, oxidation reactions take place. At cathode, reduction reactions take place. These two different compartments and two different electrolytic solutions are interconnected by a salt bridge which carries some neutral chemicals and which completes the external circuit. Now let us see what is happening at anode. At anode, oxidation reactions take place. Oxidation means here zinc metal rod from the electrode, zinc loses 2 electrons and converted to Zn plus 2 and 2 electrons. So this reactions take place at anode. So when these two reactions take in place, so zinc metal loses Zn plus 2 and 2 electrons. These two ions. So here it releases ion as well as electrons. Zinc ion and electrons. Ions release into the electrolytic solution. Whereas electrons, so this is the Voltic cell. These electrons, they travel through external wire from anode to cathode. So how many electrons are traveling? 2 electrons are traveling from anode to cathode, and these 2 electrons gained by this copper ions. So what is happening at cathode? So at cathode, basically here copper sulfate solution is present. This copper sulfate solution is dissociated into CuSO4 in aqueous medium. It is converted into Cu plus 2 ions and SO4 minus 2 ions, copper sulfate ions, cupric ion and sulfate ions. Right. So here cupric ions are present. The electron release at anode, they travel through the wire and reaches to the copper metal electrode. Here, this copper metal electrode inserted in copper sulfate solution. The solution carries cupric ions. These 2 electrons from the zinc electrode gained by the cupric ions, and these ions are converted into cupric ions. After gaining 2 electrons, converted into copper metal, which is deposited at the cathode. So during this process, here due to loss of zinc ions, the size of this metal electrode is decreases, and due to loss of zinc ions, here the number of zinc ions increases, or concentration of zinc ion increases in this electrolytic solution. Whereas when you come to this place, because these cupric ions are converted into copper metal, which is deposited at the metal rod. That means the cupric ions, the concentration of cupric ions are decreases. Cupric ions are decreases and size of this electrode increases. Here the size of the metal electrode decreases due to loss of ions into the electrolytic solution, whereas here size of the electrode increases due to gain of copper metal or deposition of the copper metal